here's what's weird. First of all, what is it like to buy a company for $44 billion and then people call you a Nazi on that same thing that you bought?
I did not see it coming. It's classic. People will gobble anything down.
Yeah. Oh, he's never going to stop.
Wait, what?
What is it like? Like all this, people used to, the left was in love with you.
Yeah.
And now the same idiots are calling you a Nazi. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
there's so many examples of people saying my heart goes out to you.
Sure,
you did it with a little enthusiasm that probably wouldn't be recommended with hindsight.
Yes. But I was obviously meant in the most positive spirit possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But
it's so strange where people want to think that you are openly publicly doing secret Nazi Sieg Heil hand motions.
And now I can never point at things diagonally. I can only point at things there and there. And then so you have to divide that.
Yeah.
Because that's where the spaceship is, over there. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. When CNN, when I was in all my trouble.
Absurd.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So once again, we got to talk about the liberal, loving, tolerant left, except they're not very liberal, they're not very loving, and they're damn sure not very tolerant. And that's what we have to talk about here today, the lack of tolerance for the left when it comes to Elon Musk, who is public enemy number 2 behind President Trump. And you have the leftists staging a boycott against Tesla. Okay, they are trying to bankrupt Elon Musk. They are calling him a fascist. They are calling him a Nazi. They are spraying swastikas on Teslas. Okay, so if you drive a Tesla, they're basically trying to make it as unpleasant as possible to be a Tesla owner. Now, I personally think that this is going to backfire, and I'm going to tell you guys why I think this is going to backfire. But this is what they're doing, right? Elon doesn't seem to be too concerned about it, okay? Even despite the fact that some people say that, hey, this is bad for business, Elon. Tesla's stock has taken a hit, okay? Tesla sales, I believe, also have declined as well, too, slightly, very slightly, but they've declined for the first time in a long time. So a lot of people are asking questions about, okay, Elon, is it worth participating in politics if your Tesla stock is going to tank, right? It's going to tank the value of your companies if it's going to make it harder for you to do business. So maybe you should reevaluate your role in DOGE, okay? Because the money comes first, okay? Not saving the country from going into more massive amounts of debt due to the waste, fraud, and abuse that is present within the government. No. You have to look out for your company, okay? Because leftists are, again, they're trying to take down Elon Musk financially. So this is definitely going to ramp up the pressure on Elon to stop doing his Doge activities due to the potential effect that it may have on Tesla. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
And downsizing by DOGE, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency is stoking anti-Tesla sentiment locally, resulting in crimes. People have been defacing superchargers with Nazi symbols, vandalizing service centers, and now authorities are reporting a Tesla in Seattle may have been torched on purpose.
Fox 13's Lauren Donovan is over at University Village. So, Lauren, there was a recent protest outside of the Tesla store there.
We've seen it here and at the South Lake Union store as well. Clear retaliation against Elon Musk and Cybertruck Tesla owners. They tell me they're seeing it on the road too. They're getting flipped off, some even screamed at. But have tensions gotten so hot that we're at the point where people are actually lighting the cars on fire? Tesla burns to a crisp. That's the caption on this now viral video of a charred Model 3. Poster Seattle Submissions writing it was spotted in Northgate.
Wow. So this is an act of domestic terrorism, right? I mean, that's what this is, which unfortunately in this country is par for the course from the left, right? Par for the course, okay? This is what they do. These people always turn to violence. when it comes to the left not getting their way over certain policy decisions, they turn to violence. We're seeing it once again. We're seeing it once again. It's all over the place. But yeah, according to the Biden DOJ, the Biden FBI, oh, that white supremacy, you got to worry about that, right? That's what you need to worry about, okay? But you have leftists who have shown us time and time and time again, whenever they disagree with the government, they immediately resort to violence, right? Immediately. BLM, Roe v. Wade, Antifa, the pro-Palestinians. Now you have the anti-Elon Musk protesters. So I'm hoping and praying that under the new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and FBI Director, Kash Patel, that they take care of this problem, right? That they stop all the left-wing extremist violence that we're seeing in this country, right? I'm hoping that we see less of this over the next 4 years or so, right? That these people are punished to the fullest extent of the law due to their acts of domestic extremism and violence, right? And terror, because that's exactly what this is.
So I turned to Seattle Fire for answers. SFD reports the Tesla caught fire just before 4:30 in the morning this past Saturday, telling me investigators determined the fire was intentionally set.
I am surprised it's getting as hot as it is. I didn't think it would turn to violence, and I didn't think vandalism.
A crescendo of chaos.
Elon Musk built his fortune on Tesla, and that he's using that to attack our democracy.
Even in the Emerald City, where Teslas just surpassed Subaru as the most overrepresented car, protesters hold signs reading, "Arrest Musk," and "Fund fascism, find out," in front of the South Lake Union Tesla store. This very same location was vandalized twice already.
The idea of people vandalizing vehicles, if my kids are in the car or whatever, I think it's very problematic.
That's Seth Weintraub, publisher of Electrek, an online outlet covering the rise of electric vehicles since 2013. And right now, they're covering backlash towards the Tesla brand. This article highlighting big turnout for a protest here in our own backyard, the University Village store. But it's not just in Washington. As many as 200 showed up for a demonstration down in Fort Lauderdale.
People associate Tesla with Elon Musk. So now that people are upset with Elon Musk.
Seth says across the ocean, there's already evidence the brand is struggling.
Big time in Europe. Tesla isn't very transparent with their numbers, so we won't find out exactly how high or low the sales decline is.
Flip through an American history book and you'll see you've seen this kind of boycott before. The Boston Tea Party, the Whiskey Rebellion. Then in the 1980s, American auto workers smashed a Toyota in protest.
Elon Musk is today's big pariah.
And he predicts all that alienation will hurt Elon's pockets, recalling a recent conversation with a Tesla spokesperson who told him,
"This is the best time to get a Tesla because nobody's buying them. Everybody's upset and Tesla's desperate to make sales."
Let's talk again.
Yeah, and that's why I think in the long run, this little boycott is going to backfire, right? And the reason why I think it's going to backfire is because what you have here is a trend in which Teslas, to get a used Tesla is basically dirt cheap, right? For a few reasons, okay? One of the reasons being that, we've seen a general decline in their used car prices over the last few years. But also on top of that, you have the EV subsidies, okay? As a result of the Inflation Reduction Act, which again was about, the Green New Deal. That's what that really was. So used Teslas that are under $25,000 and are at least 2 years old are eligible for a $4,000 tax credit. So that drives down the price even further, which makes Teslas now an affordable option for people who otherwise would not be able to afford to get a Tesla. Okay. And Tesla, the brand is still kind of seen as kind of like a nice vehicle, right? If you got a Tesla, I think a lot of people see that, okay, yeah, like you got like a decently nice car. So I'm just saying that with these leftists selling their Teslas, getting rid of their Teslas in protest of Elon Musk, yes, that will drive down the prices of used Teslas, but ultimately that will expand the consumer base the customer base of Tesla, because now you're introducing new customers who otherwise would not be able to buy Teslas, which in the long run will mean more mass adoption of Tesla by people who otherwise would not be able to afford a Tesla. And then they will probably remain Tesla customers going into the future. And this is why I believe that this boycott is ultimately going to backfire. Right? You're just making Teslas more affordable to the masses. Okay. People who otherwise wouldn't buy an electric vehicle. Like, for example, people who are on the fence about electric vehicles, like, you know what? I don't really know. Okay. Maybe you live out in the burbs or, rural America, and you're like, you're on the fence about adopting it. If you can get a nice Tesla for $17,000, $18,000, I mean, hey, a lot of people may say, you know what? It's worth pulling the trigger on it, right? Especially if you can save money on gas and stuff like that. People who otherwise would not be interested in a Tesla now have an incentive to buy a Tesla because of the reduction in price, which again, in the short term may not necessarily be good for Tesla, but in the long term, it basically helps with mass adoption, which is what Tesla wants anyways, right? They want to be a vehicle manufacturer, a brand that is for the masses. Okay. That is actually what Tesla wants. Okay. So, I think personally, there's a reason why Elon Musk doesn't seem to be too worried about this, right? It doesn't seem as if these protests are going to work in the sense that is going to hurt Tesla in the long run, in my opinion. But also on top of that, I don't think that Elon Musk is going to be quitting Doge over these protests. Okay, I think that he's going to stick with it. It seems like him and President Trump are tight, okay, extremely tight, and he seems dedicated to the mission. So I don't know. I mean, the leftists here, my biggest takeaway is that once again, they're showing us how violent they tend to get over political disagreements. Okay, you can disagree with Elon Musk, but I think that we should all agree, even if you are a liberal or progressive, the threats that we're seeing towards Elon Musk are not okay, right? Because in some cases, they're just openly calling for Elon Musk in his life, right? And these are the same people that celebrated the United Healthcare CEO being assassinated, okay? They've made the assassin basically a deity at this point, right? I mean, you have leftists that literally worship the guy. So again, this is why I try to tell you guys that when you see that type of stuff happening in this country, that's not a good thing, right? Regardless of whether or not you like the guy, okay? Because that is a very, very, very slippery slope that this country does not want to go down. But again, the left, what you see here, they essentially are doing just that, right? That is what they're attempting to do. And this is why I say that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, they're going to have their work cut out for them to try to fix this problem, right? Because this is a big issue in this country. We cannot underestimate the left and the violent tendencies that we're seeing from these individuals as a result of political disagreements. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.